What is up, everybody? So today I'm going to do a quick little review of this basically portable carport that we bought to keep the Impala out of the weather here at the house. Nobody here in South Florida, especially in the Keys, has garages unless your house is in the millions of dollars range. This is an Amazon carport. It's a Gardesol brand, 10 foot by 20 foot. And it is fully enclosed on all four sides. I do a lot of research when I buy stuff online, and these carports were really tough to determine what's good and what's not. Whether it is a $300 carport, which is what this is, I think it was $339 with a 20% off coupon, or a $700 carport, they are all very, very similarly reviewed. 3.8, 4 stars. You're always going to find somebody who the entire thing collapsed on, and you're always going to find somebody who's perfectly happy with it. The two things I really liked about this one in particular is it has the roll-up doors on both ends, so when it's hot here, you can open the ends up and get some airflow through there. And they also have these windows. It's a mesh window that allows you to be able to open that and also get some airflow. I wish these opened from the inside. I really do, because where we have this positioned at here at the house, up against the fence, I really can't get to the side windows to get them open. We do have a lot of wind here in the Keys, which can be an issue. Sorry, I'm going to hold you down there for a second. I haven't had any problems as of yet. The big issue that we have is it's dark in here. So here in a minute, we're going to put some lights inside the carport and hopefully get some lighting in here. What we did to secure this, to get a 35 mile an hour wind rating, they said that this carport needs about 300 pounds of weight. So I got buckets with sand. Each one has 50 pounds of sand in it. And then we used ratchet straps to secure them to the frame of the carport. I really should have done a video, folks, on putting this carport together. However, I didn't. I was in a hurry and I just didn't get it recorded. The frame of this uses push pins. No tools needed. It took about 15 minutes to put together. The top, same thing. Took about 15 minutes to put on. No big deal. Hanging the ends and the side curtains is not fun. You need at least 3 or 4 people. Probably took about 2 hours to get it right for the most part. We did have one flaw. There's a missing grommet right here. If you see, these grommets are supposed to be in the canvas. This one is missing. I messaged the company. They responded the same night at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and they have already mailed me an entire new roof canvas. So I'm going to leave that alone, and this is going to last even longer for me because I am going to be able to replace the roof when it does eventually wear through due to UV. Like I said, this carport was $339, I believe, on Amazon. I'll throw a link in the description. It comes in the gray, tan, or white. In hindsight, white probably would have been better to keep the heat out, but it does get dirty very easy. I don't think any of them are going to last an extremely long time versus the other. It's going to be what it is. But in the meantime, I'm going to get some supplies and a ladder, and we're going to get some lighting in here and make this a place that we can actually work on the car. I'll be right back. So here in the Florida Keys, there are very few stores. You'll hear me say this many times on this channel. We order everything from Amazon for the most part. I went on Amazon and found these lights. These are actually 120 watt hanging shop lights. They're LED. They have a lot of cheap strip shop lights on Amazon, but they are not going to be bright enough if you get a 20 watt or a 24 watt light. These are actually 120 watt equivalent, or actually they're 120 watt LED. I don't know what the equivalency is as far as the brightness of a regular incandescent bulb, but they come in a 2-pack, and we also get the chains to be able to hang them up with, which we're going to do here in just a minute. These are also linkable. You can plug them into each other, and then one switch will turn on both lights. So I believe in order to do this, I need to figure out, do I want them to go this way? You see we have the cord and the pull switch on one end, and then the other end has the link where you can plug in the next light. I believe the best thing to do, it's probably going to require standing on the car, but the best thing to do is going to be to hang these lengthwise so that they're easy to link together and give a decent coverage of light. So let's see what we have to do to get that done. I know I took the freaking chains out of the box. I swear I did, but I didn't. That's not surprising at all. So let's see here what we have to do in order to get these chains. Real men don't need instructions, but we're going to look because I have no idea what they're wanting us to do here. Alright, we don't need the anchor, and we don't need to drill holes in the ceiling. That's fairly easy to figure out. What we do need is the 2 chains, which it looks like everything in the instructions is about using the J-hooks and hanging the thing from the ceiling. But we're not doing that because we're just going to wrap the chain around the pole here of the carport. So, there we go. Now we're cooking with gas. When all else fails, you know, folks, they say common sense isn't so common anymore, and they're right. There are little holes in the end of these that allow us to hook the chains in, and from there it hangs like so. So what we're going to do is put it over the poles up here and then hook it onto itself. But to be able to do that, I'm going to need to be able to get a tool to bend the ends of these chains. I will be right back. Okay, so I have gotten the tools that I need to be able to bend these chains. The end on these is closed, and we actually need it to be open, like a hook, so that we can hook the chain back into itself. One down. We don't have to be real technical here, it doesn't matter, as long as it's open enough to be able to hook. Now we're going to do the second one. Let's flip this upside down. Now, the pull chains on these are probably not long enough to make them very easy to turn on inside this carport. So I will probably wire them up where they're on, and then I can just plug in the extension cord when I want to be using the lights. I don't really need the pull cord to do anything, as far as I know. Fun part is I'm probably going to have to get on the car to get these hung up, Not that it is going to hurt anything, but that sounds almost like a hold my beer type of situation. We're going to want the first light to go this way, and the second one will plug into the first, and that will allow them to be linked. So the first step is going to be to get the front of this light all right. Of course, the chains are tangled. Oh, there is no good way to do this, folks. Let's see. I definitely want them going that way, but this canvas is extremely tight in the center of the roof. I don't want these chains to wear a hole in the canvas. That would be counterproductive. Let's see. Pro tip, folks, if you're doing this job, get somebody to help you, because this sucks by yourself. All right. Alright folks, we have to find a different way to do this, because this roof is so tight. There's no way this isn't going to tear a hole in the roof leaving it on here. There is just no way that that's going to work. Just like everything here at No Patience Projects, you think something is going to be the simplest, most minor little thing you need to do, and it turns into a giant crap hole, the likes of which has never been seen before. Now the chain is tangled up and I don't know how to get it out. Like just trying that has damaged the canvas. So being able to mount them that way is not going to work. So it looks like, also another pro tip, if you're looking for a carport and you have room for it, get the 10 foot by 20 foot or 12 foot by 20 and not the 10, because you'd have the extra 2 feet of width, which would make it quite easier to walk around the car inside. So apparently I hooked this chain wrong. And it should be this way. Now, on the sides, on these side support beams, the canvas is not nearly as tight, and this works just fine. That hurt. Actually, like I said, everything goes wrong. This needs to go the other way so that I can run power between the two lights to be able to link them together. All right. We're making progress. It may be progress just for progress's sake, but it's progress nonetheless. Okay, so we have 2 hung lights. Now, of course, to link them together, because they're not end to end, I'm going to need an extension cord that will run from this pole to this pole and has the 3 prongs on it. I would like everyone to take an educated guess as to what I don't have, which is an extension cord with 3 prongs on it that will run that. I have a bunch of like computer extension cords, but not any other ones. So I have this cord that's going to go to the ground fault outlet here on the side of the house. What I'm going to do is weave this up here until I can get it to the switch, and then I will pull it down so that there's nothing hanging or causing any problems. Then I will weave the rest of the cord. Sorry if there's any noise in the background. It sounds like they're having some kind of thing at the high school, which is not far away, and they're using the PA, which makes it sound like it's really not far away. Now I'm just going to tuck this under the side. Let's go over here. You can see that I've got the cord here on the ground. And it can be plugged in right there on the side of the house. When I'm not using it, then I can unplug it and store it out of the way. You can see this light is extremely bright. This is going to make a huge difference as far as working in here. You can imagine as bright as one of them is, how bright it's going to be when they're both here. So let's close the roll-up door here, for lack of a better term. You know, welcome to Ben's Janky Garage. So dark and with one light on. Once I get 2 lights in here, this is going to be a significant difference as far as working on the car. Also means I can work on the car at night. Because I work a night shift schedule, I'm usually up at night. Also, it is cooler here in the Florida Keys at night than it is in the daytime. So hopefully that will also help with getting stuff done to the car. When it's too hot in the day, I can come out in the evening or at night and work on it. And we'll see. I will be getting a cord to be able to link these together, and then we'll have twice as much light. In the meantime, thank you all for watching as I trip over the tripod. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and have a great day.